We're here with David. You got first place with a shark deck. Extremely
Let's
excited
go.
for this. I've been wanting to see this profile for a long time. Any shout outs you want to give before we dive in?
Shout out to the channel. What a great channel. Patrick on the camera, Max over there. He's hanging out. Shout out to Matthew Bambrick for getting me the shark cards right before the ban list and goes and went to 1. And then shout out to other Matthew Lee, just because he's a fellow shark player. We like talking combos.
Fair enough. Let's get on this water mat. Talking about the nice blue mat. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and, well, let's dive in.
All right. I think I've heard you use that pun before, but I'll let it slide. We'll start with 3 buzzsaw, 3 leaf fish, and 1 statue. These are the normal summons in the deck. You want to maximize basically the best normal summons that essentially do everything you want. This, you can target a water, summon a fellow fish from deck. This sends a fish from deck to grave, and there's a lot of good extenders in the grave, so it does everything. And then
What does barrier statue do?
Well, it stops them from doing their fire decks, and that's about it.
How often do you win games with this card alone?
Normally when I see it, I win games with that card, but I don't want to play multiple, because if I ever draw multiple, it doesn't actually do anything. Seeing 1, I can just normal it, and then I have a bunch of water extenders, so I'm happy to play 1, because I can end on like Kragan plus this, and then that's just insane, but I wouldn't play more than that. All right, moving on, more just like extension. We got 3 Abyss Shark, the heart and soul of the deck, summons itself when you have water and adds a fish. We play 3 Shathana.
Free extender.
Yeah, not everyone is on 3 Shathana and Sharks, but the reason you want to do this is, let's say a lot of your cards say if you control water, do this. So let's say I like normal Buzzsaw and they pop it. I no longer have a water, so I'm done. So you want to start with Shathana just so you don't have to commit to your normal and you already have all your water plays going.
Okay.
Next we got Sea Nettle, 2 of those, just a special if you have a water. 2 Angler, another special if you control water. But you can't summon from your hand for the rest of the turn after you summon this, so you got to be careful to do this last. And if I haven't mentioned it, most of this locks you into water and Xyz summoning, so just always be aware of what does that, because you think that this would be like a good Zeus deck, but it's not, because you're locked into water. Another water extender, if a water monster's effect is activated, you can summon it from hand. The important thing is if your opponent responds, you can no longer summon this from hand because it misses the timing, basically.
Okay, so it's like a lady.
Yeah, and then it's also just like a free negate of a face-up card. It's not a quick effect, but it just helps for breaking board. Like today I negated a Runic Fountain, and that was just very helpful because it negates it till the end of the next turn. So Fountain was offline for a while. Remora, I only play 1 Remora because I'm not playing White Mirror. There's some cool combos if you play 2, but I just think it's not really the best. It requires a lot of setup, and I can make a good enough board anyway. But you're normally getting this with Abyss Shark because you can detach 2 from an Xyz to summon this from hand, then summon 2 level 4 fish from grave. So that's 3 level 4s right there, so that's really good. We play 1 right hand. It can special itself from grave if you have no monsters, so we do end up playing Foolish, you'll see, and that's what you're sending. Or you normally send that off, you summon that off Buzzsaw because its effects are negated anyway, and then you can bring this back later on as follow-up. 1 crystal, special from hand or grave if there's a water on field, doesn't matter whose field. So someone had a Dragite today, I was able to half its attack, because that's its summoning condition, then summon this. Very good. 1 Gamma Seal, because it's searchable in this deck, as you'll see in a second here. And then the only hand trap we're playing is triple Ash. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be playing this, I might just want to go for more gas, but Ash is just really good. Yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining Ash Pulse.
Because the fire format.
Yeah, I don't know. Triple goods to send Ice Barrier.
Someone's actually playing this card.
Very, very
I hate
good.
This card.
So what it does is, on field, first of all, it makes your opponents, when your opponent attacks, their attack becomes 0 and their effects are negated. So if they're trying to get over your barrier statue, you can just flip this and then they can't because now their monster's 0. But what you do is you activate this, send this to grave. You can banish this from grave to send a level 5 or higher water from deck to grave, then add any water from grave to hand. The important thing is it's a you can, so even if your grave is empty, you can still send from deck to grave, then add back. But that's how you get Gamma Seal. Send Gamma Seal, add Gamma Seal back to hand. Or just send Abyss Shark. Get search as Abyss Shark 2. You can just send Crystal Shark, which is an extender in the grave. We play the Armor Xyz stuff. You have to play both. Very happy that this finally came out. I wish it came out when the original sport came out. But it just helps you get the Armor Xyz going. They all equip to each other. They all boost their attack. This makes it so one of your monsters can basically attack twice if it's an equipped with an Xyz monster. So you can close a lot of games with this card. Drawing them, really sucks, but you can play around it to end on just like a suboptimal board, but you really want to not draw those. One Instant Fusion, we just play for Mud Dragon because it makes all your waters untargetable. One Foolish to send Right Hand Shark, or you could send Crystal Shark if you already have Right Hand going. They're both just water extenders in the grave. Triple Droplets to break boards because there's a lot of like Buzzsaw and Leaffish are both like one card, like you have plays. I don't want to say like they're fully starters, but you have plays, so you can drop it, like send your whole hand, then summon Buzzsaw. You're in a good position, even though you are running out of a lot of cards. We play 2 talents just to try to further extend through like Veilers or Ash on Buzzsaw and stuff like that. And we play 1 Goes, and it's only at 1. I've only seen it once, and it was very good that game.
Yeah, especially because
you waterlock with Kragan, if people don't know. So Kragan makes all monsters water, so now all they control is water, so they can't summon any more monsters. Now, one thing I will say, I don't play Beautiful because it loses to like a lot of the same things this card loses to, because like Beautiful loses to Imperm, Veiler, Ash, and like so does this, but you end on a level 4. If I summon Beautiful and they go Imperm immediately before I get to tribute it, okay, now I have a level 1 that actually does nothing at all.
Yeah, that's an XYZ with this. I like it. And
I don't play White Mirror because it requires you to play a lot of doubles of things I don't want to have doubles of. And one needs to be in deck, one needs to be in grave. So it requires too much setup in my opinion, when you can just get like a good even monster that does that, reborns itself by itself. All right, we'll go extra deck. 2 Kragan, extremely good. Makes all your opponent's monsters water. And the level 5s, they can be treated as level 4s when making a number, so you make this a lot. And if he ever dies, he floats into the spawn. And yeah, we're in a fire format, making everything water, very good.
Kieran cannot pop. Yeah. Princess cannot pop.
Exactly. So that's those. We play 2 Bahamut of conflicting rarities, and they summon out 2 Toads. You can normally make 2 Bahamuts just during like your starting combo, so you got to play 2, and Toads can just recycle yourself and everything in the deck. Especially with the Xyz armor cards, you can start equipping Toads to things. And then when Toad gets sent to grave, you can add stuff back.
That's totally awesome.
Oh my god, this guy's so clever. Armor Xyz stuff, we're playing these 3. If you don't know what the Armor Xyz cards do, this can search the 2 Armor Xyz, the spell and the trap from deck, and then you can slap this on top. Not everyone plays special, this, yeah. But this one, it's essentially ignition effect, negate all your opponent's face-up monsters. It comes up, but the reason I play it is if it would ever die, you can detach and save it. So what will happen is you'll set it up where you have this and the Armor Xyz trap face down. I don't know where it is, but you'll have this face down to Xyz summon this on top at quick effect. Now, if they like, some people like Fire King stuff, they'll try to pop this to get around that. Well, it'll survive, and then you still get to do that. So that's why ending on this, in my opinion, is better than just ending on this, even though it takes up the extra slot. And then this guy's really good. If anything gets equipped, which happens a lot with the Armor Xyz cards, you can attach a monster non-targeting. And we play 1 Dweller. It's really good, and you use it, make it with a water, so it becomes 22. And then you have 1 Zeus. I barely summon Zeus because I'm always waterlocked, but it is there in case you're in like a grind state. Same with Little Knight. Don't make that basically at all. And then with the 1 Mud Dragon for instant fusion. I don't play like Ready Fusion or anything like that, just because the extra deck is pretty tight in my opinion. All right, now the side deck. It's pretty just standard stuff. Triple Nib, Triple Bell, Triple Droll.
Pretty standard hand traps format.
Triple Evenly. 1, 1, and this is the one card that's not like a normal side deck card.
Is this a Mystic Mind deck?
Exactly, yeah. So this, it used to be played Mystic Mind, now we play it in our deck because Abyss Shark can add this from deck to hand. So this is a time card because its effect is you can summon it from your hand to your opponent's side of the field. The person who summoned it gains 1,000, so now I'm up on life. And then the opponent draws the card, but you're only siding this in when time's up, so it doesn't matter. And then if you need even more further burn damage, Kragan just pops this on your opponent's board. So even though you gave him a free guy, you can pop this in the same main phase, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay. So, yeah. And why the 1 Lightning Storm?
It's just the math, yeah.
Okay.
It's really, you know, 3. I wanted to play 3 of all these. I just play 1 for extra back row removal, but I feel like evenly, all these cards are much better. I would debate getting rid of this for a Storm, but this is just really good, this format as well. Because this deck, it can play with like one Buzzsaw, so if this can like clear the whole board, you're good to go.
Is there anything like you would change in the deck? Like, or anything, what's like the deck lacking the most, I guess?
Going first is incredibly good. Going second, I don't know, it just needs a bit more for going second, because sometimes your hands, you just don't see enough extenders, especially when this format, a lot of the interruptions aren't easy to see. Like, they're not just face up on the board, I need to beat this. They're in the hand, they're in the grave. So it's just a lot of sequencing stuff, but I do think this is a really good deck, this format, making everything water, and also just goes in locking and barrier stature locking people.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing it today.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on getting first place, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
All right, thank you.